Hey, what's up everyone? Glock9 here and welcome back to Navezgane. We are here at the King of Navezgane Mountain Sky Base that I did a video on a couple of days ago, and it went well, but the issue we were having is I only had one entryway. So the zombies that were spawning all around the mountain were just chewing into the mountain. So I made 3 more entryways. So hopefully that addresses the issue, and we're going to run it one more time here and see if that helps. I mean, this mountain base is so high up, you would think that the zombies wouldn't even detect me up here, but they do. Like I said, the issue was only a handful were coming down my hallway to the north, but now we've got one to the south, the west, and the east. So no matter where the zombies spawn in, they should head down one of the hallways I created and come on up here. I changed this around a little bit because the dick puncher was punching the zombies into the base. They were coming out this end. So I sealed it all up, put in some ramp blocks, and now it should totally just push them back down there. I kept the scaffolding bars on top, so if we wanted to, we could shoot down from here or use a grenade, even though I don't have any grenades on me. This base really isn't set up for throwables. It's set up for a sniper rifle. That's how we're basically going to deal with them. Snipe them as they're coming up that ridiculously tall ladder. But then I'm going to let them come up all the way. I just want to see how this works. You know, the dick puncher and the junkie, which I guess we can try putting the junkie up here to see if that works. You know, it might shoot at them as they get to the top. If it doesn't, we'll reposition it. So anyway, let's run this base a second time, see if those additional openings in the mountain make it so the zombies don't chew into the mountain and they all come up this way. And then I built a sky base in the middle of Gravestown, the wasteland city. Obviously without a mountain. So it was much easier to build than this base was. And it's not as tall. So let's give this base a second run, see how it goes, and then we'll head over to the next base and try that one out. Alright, here we go. I put a couple of lanterns in down there to try and light things up a bit. Doesn't really help too much from all the way up here, but that's alright. Here we go. Got zombies coming already. That's a good sign. Let's go ahead and take a recog. Slowly but surely. Looks like they're all coming in from the north, which was my original entry point. It seems like a bigger group than we were getting. Hard to tell. Still early. I don't know. That's not a good sign. They should be coming in droves, and like I said, I've only seen them come from the north. See? They're coming from the right, which is the north. Yeah, we should be seeing way more zombies than this. I mean, I know it's going to take them a little time because the hallways I created are fairly long, but by now, they should all be here. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, they're chewing into the mountain, all right. That's for damn sure. What the hell? They're beating on the wall right here? I didn't see any come from these directions. I still only saw them come from the north. I opened this all up too. to make it a little easier for them. Still, they don't care. I think the big problem here is the mountain. It's too big. Probably should have chose something a little smaller, more narrow. Or not use the mountain at all. Which is really what this video is all about. The sky base that I built in Gravestown. Let's turn on God mode real quick. And have a look and see what they're doing. Yeah, look at this. What the fuck? The entryway is right here. It's right there. And yet they're still chewing into the mountain. Pretty ridiculous. Looks like that is currently the only group of zombies right now. Let's help them out a little bit. With some dynamite. There they are. Oh, yeah, that opened it up for them. I just want to see how this works real quick, and then we'll move on to the next base. Oh, beautiful. That is exactly what I want to see. Junkie isn't doing shit, though. That's not going to be a good place for him. Could just go right here and just let both of them do all my work for me. This is the setup. Yeah, sledge turret and shotgun. That's all you need. Alright, I mean, yeah, it works. This setup does right here. This is nice. This is definitely something I would consider using again in the future. And this is the same setup I have over at the Sky Base, which you'll see. But in terms of a base as a whole, this just isn't practical. I mean, just way too much digging involved and bullshit. If the Sky Base in Gravestown works, which is essentially this base, just a little smaller, not as tall, and obviously not surrounded by a mountain, then, you know, that's obviously the way to go. So let's just get over there, see what happens. Alright, here we go. Sky Base in the middle of a wasteland city, made mostly of concrete. The ladders going up are made of steel, though. They have to be. That's the most important part of the base. The support down below is also upgraded to steel. This thing stands 45 blocks high. I wanted to keep it under 50. I mean, the rooftop might be 50, but where I'm going to be standing is exactly 45 blocks high. I've got blade traps down here surrounding the main support to deal with dogs and werewolves, since they can't climb up the ladders, obviously. I also have an SMG turret down here loaded up with 9mm ammo, pointed not directly at the ladder, but where the zombies will be climbing up the ladder. Now, that thing's going to be shooting at zombies like crazy. I wish you could set it to only target animals. That would be perfect. Because that's really what I wanted to do, just shoot the dogs and the werewolves. You know? Because those fucking things, they're just going to be attacking the support since they can't climb up the ladder. But, unfortunately, that's not a setting for the turrets. You cannot have them target just animals. Anyway, let's get up here now. And this is meant to be just a base, not a home as well. So I don't have any storage up here or workstations, only the things we're going to need to deal with the Horde, which is the same setup that we had in the mountaintop base. I got the dick puncher and the shooting junkie here. I could leave them on this side, and I can take position over here. I got the scaffolding bars in place, but from here I could accidentally shoot the ladder and do damage to the ladder, and I certainly don't want to do that. The battery bank, of course, powers the blade traps and SMG turret down below. Nothing on the rooftop. I have access to the roof, but I didn't put anything up here. I put scaffolding bars in, so if we do get birds, I can just shoot at them from here. Because we certainly might get birds. We didn't get them at the mountaintop base. We were too high up in the air, but 45, 50 blocks up, we'll probably get some birds. Anyway, that's it. I hope it does well, because it was certainly way easier to build than the mountaintop base. Not complicated at all. So let's go ahead and bring on this endgame day 7005 Horde and see how it does. Alright, all the traps down below are powered up. Taking a recog. And let's get into position here. Blade traps are already doing work. And we already have a bird. Dead. Here we go. Now, I didn't count how many blocks high up we were in the mountaintop base, but I'm going to assume at least double what we are here. Probably more than that. But even still, 45 blocks up is pretty high up. I don't think we're going to have a problem keeping them at bay here with the sniper. But at some point, I'm going to want to let them up just to try out the setup up here. And then see how easy it is to back them off and kind of knock them back down. And with the M60, that should be pretty easy. So far, this is brilliant. There's a dog. Pretty sure the SMG turret got it. Yep. So far, not one zombie that I can see anyway has started to attack the support. They're all just coming right for the ladders. With the ladders in place, I don't see any reason why a zombie might start attacking the support. I mean, you can make the argument that, you know, if it gets knocked off the ladder enough times, it might go into rage mode. But I'm not even giving them the chance to do that. I'm just sniping them out with headshots. It's ridiculous. There's a werewolf. Dead. It looks like they're almost to where I'm at, right? And then when I zoom out, it's like, no, they still have a ways to climb up. There's a dog. Dead. Dude, this is ridiculous. So far, not one cop or one demolisher yet, though. It's so strange. Every time I do these maxed out, you know, my character's maxed out, it's fucking day 7,000, I do this endgame horde, I always have trouble getting demolishers in. Yet, if I'm playing a regular game and it's like day 42, I got like fucking 30 demolishers show up, you know? It's still early, though, so I'm not counting them out. If I don't get any, I'm gonna spawn some in. So with the sniper, as long as we take our time, I don't see demolishers or cops being an issue. A lot of dogs, but they're not really a problem. So if you were going to build something like this in a standard default settings playthrough of 7 days, you would have a horde every 7 days. And I think you could totally get, maybe not this entire base built by day 7, but at least this main area done. You know, 2 columns of support, 2 ladders, the hatches, a platform to stand on, and yes, it'll be made all of cobblestone, but you'll only be dealing with the Night 7 horde. The weaponry you'll have certainly won't be a high-powered sniper rifle, but hopefully by then you'd at least have a pistol, and you'll have a decent melee weapon, and I think you'll be fine. And then by night 14, it'll be built up way more, and by that point, you'll start upgrading it to concrete, and then eventually steel, and eventually it will be this. I mean, by day 7,000, by day 100, you would probably have something even bigger than this built, because you can keep expanding on it and keep adding more support. But just the way it is now seems pretty fucking perfect. Got another werewolf down there. Damn it. It's on the side of the base. The SMG turret will take care of him. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, though, to make probably the entire floor, or at least most of it, out of scaffolding bars. This way, no matter where the dogs or werewolves are, we'd have a shot at them. We got another bird. Oh, it's a puking bird. Got it. Yeah, might as well let him come up. That's pretty beautiful. Gets a little crazy. It's going to get way crazier here than it did at the mountaintop base, because there's a lot more zombies and they can get up here a lot quicker. I'll reload and then try and knock them all down off the ladder. Not hard to do with an M60. That's beautiful. Tons of radiated zombies. Almost all the zombies are radiated whites. Of course, we got plenty of dogs, werewolves. Still, no cops, no demolishers yet. So we started the night with almost 1,400 rounds of this 7.62 armor-piercing ammo. And we have about 950 left. So we've used about 400 rounds, and we're a little more than halfway through the Horde. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Debug menu on, and I'm going to turn the AI off, which stops all entities from moving. You do that by pressing the asterisk key. I'm going to get down here and spawn in some demolishers. Hopefully it doesn't screw anything up. Sometimes when you turn the AI off and turn them back on, they get a little wonky, especially the ones you've spawned in, like these demolishers, but what the hell, it's worth a try. We got to get some demolishers in the mix here. Whoops. Spawn them way off out in the distance. Here we go. Alright, that's fine. It's something, at least. I just want to see how easy or difficult it might be to take the demolishers out without setting off their buttons. There we go. AI is back on. Debug menu is off. Demolishers are slowly making their way to the ladder. See, they're acting a little weird. Gonna give them some time to get into the groove. Just trying to be careful. Pick my shots here. This demolisher, he doesn't even know what the fuck's going on. Come on, buddy. Get into it. Shooting down on demolishers can be, you know, a little more difficult because the placement of their button. But if you can shoot them in the shoulder, or the head, of course, or if you can knock them down, shoot them in the dick a few times, anywhere but their button, you know, Now, it's pretty easy with a high-powered sniper rifle with an 8x scope and armor-piercing rounds. So in the earlier game, when you're first starting to get demolishers, it's going to be a little more difficult because at that point you probably only have a hunting rifle, maybe like an AK or a tactical rifle, you know. But it's still doable. If I was going to build this base in a playthrough, I'd definitely go Deadeye. This is definitely a sniper rifle base, but wouldn't hurt to get a couple of points in a machine gunner or boomstick. It's nice to have a shotgun or an M60 as a backup in case they do start to overwhelm you. Melee is certainly possible here, but I wouldn't focus on it. Maybe in the early game, the first few hordes, but letting them up here just to melee them is risky. If it gets too crazy and they break through, you're fucked. Oh, shit. Well, that's gonna happen. Just hopefully it doesn't happen again. With everything being steel down there, nothing was destroyed. But we definitely don't want another one blowing up down there. There's another demolisher. That's definitely not one I spawned in, so they're starting to come in with the horde now, naturally. There we go. And you can get an idea of what it would be like with iron sights at this height. Picking off the zombies is easy. Dealing with demolishers from this distance with iron sights, not so easy. But, again, doable. Now, if you're not using slugs, shotguns don't have the range, but they do hit pretty damn hard, so it's pretty easy to knock the zombies off a ladder with the thing. You just gotta let the zombies get higher up and closer to you, which is a little dangerous. Oh, fuck! And that could happen pretty easy with the shotgun. That's 2 demolishers set off. One about halfway down. Doesn't look like it destroyed any blocks, though. There's a bear down there attacking zombies, which is hilarious. I tell you what, that was about as easy as it gets. And now the blade traps did a good amount of work, but they didn't last too long. SMG turret had 900 rounds in it. So those things helped. But we could have also used dart traps. We could have used electrical fence wire. All sorts of shit. The cop, finally. In the morning. That's pretty damn sweet. In terms of a base up in the sky, this is it. I mean, look how simple. And you could add to it. You could have 4 rows of ladders. Might get a little crazier with 4 rows, you know, because then you have more zombies coming up to you at one time. But then again, if one ladder fails, you still got 3 more. I'm trying to see where that demolisher blew up here. Oh, probably right around this area. And didn't do that much damage. Oh, that was close. Almost just fucking died falling down. Which is another safety issue. This is also an issue right here. As you can see, I did put in a foundation underneath my support. Only 1 block down, though. Could go down further than that. But I went 1 block down with my foundation underneath each support. And of course, upgraded that foundation to steel. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty fucking good. I like it. I think we should try to build it in an actual playthrough series, maybe in the upcoming Storms Brewing update series. We'll do something similar, if not the exact same base. We'll see. But yeah, see, you cannot set the targeting to target animals. It'd be cool if you could. I'd like to see that. Because then they'd be a lot more useful, especially with a base like this, you know, where you're relying on the zombies to come up ladders, because obviously animals cannot go up ladders. So you set the fucking SMG turret or the shotgun turret down on the floor, target only animals with it so it doesn't waste a bunch of ammo shooting zombies. It just takes care of the animals for you, and then you focus on the zombies. But right now, that is not a reality. Get out of here, lady. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching and all the support. You guys are the best. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter if you want. It's at Glock9Gamer. I follow all gamers back. Stick around for more 7 Days to Die content, and I will catch you all in the next video.